Hello everyone, this is Gorax and today we're playing Legend of Mushroom. If you're looking for a class that is able to defeat way stronger opponents, even by couple millions, the new class, especially the Necro path, is the one that will allow you to do that. And in this video, I will go over my build. This is the build pre-level 120, so we can get the maximum awakening yet, but we unlocked talents, so we'll go over what to do, how to build it, and what expect from this build as well. As you can see, I am dominating the cross-server arena with only 14.5 million power compared to all of these big guys here with over 15, 16, and 17 million power. If you haven't seen my previous video, go have a look at it. I go over what is expected of this class pre-level 110. Today we're going to talk about the levels above 100 to 110 going forward, as this is not a complete guide yet. The complete guide will happen once I am over 120. So let's go over a few skills that are quite mandatory in this build. Firstly, let's go over what this class does. So we are currently a Necro Master. We didn't awaken it completely yet. It's still too early. The server is brand new. But the class and the most important things are the basic effect that happens depending on first PAL race that you put. And what you want from this build is PAL's attack speed. So you want chicken, bird, or lizard. I was fortunate enough during the PAL rush that just finished yesterday to get the lizard. So beast dance is what we want. If you can't get that, you can opt out for the beast hive mind early on, especially with access to a cactus. Now the last passive gains us extra effects based on the number of deployed PALs belonging to a certain family. Now, as you can see, there's an option of few, and something that I didn't know until a couple days ago, you can actually have more than one effect, and the ones that you really want in this build especially is the Quadra Terrain, as we're focusing on PAL attacks, combos, and max HP to be able to survive and heal for more. What we also want is a durable nature, which will gain us extra damage resistant, and PAL combo at this stage is quite mandatory as the equipment is not maxed out yet. It's not min-maxed. We are missing certain pieces as we only have supreme level unlocked. So to get what we want, the whining PALs, PAL gains 10% combo when there are 2 or more cactus and bird, octopus, banana, and hellflame feather. So the best in slot is hellflame feather, but actually the legendary one and even. So we want to focus on cactus and bird until we get hellflame feather. Then if we scroll down, we want Quadra Terrain. As long as we unlock the first one with only 2 of panda, dog, lizard, and toothpaste, we're good. We can use 2 pandas. You can use the red panda and the epic panda, which means legendary and epic panda, to have this. But obviously the best in slot is lizard, and we'll go over the PALs in a short manner. And this adorable nature, the damage resistance when you have snail, deer, or turtle. So deer and turtle are what we are aiming for. These are the best that are working well for me. Before we go to PALs, let's go over the skills. As skills will vary depending on what you have unlocked at certain stages, and also what bosses you're playing in PvE and the PvP. So as you can see, I have slow. You all should have a build slow skill bar, which will allow you to slow down enemies before they reach you and control them basically. So we're using disarm, we're using slow, and we're using a debuff that reduces the attack speed of the enemies. That's quite mandatory. And another mandatory is the PvP, which, as you can see, is very similar. So these are the 2 very mandatory skill bars, and then you need to have like a progress skill bar where you adjust it depending on the bosses you're fighting. But slow will allow you to progress through the blobs, the snakes, etc., and PvP bar will help you with pretty much everything else. Now, the progress one is a little bit different. It's against those bosses that don't benefit from attack speed, so we want this extra healing there. Basically, the build is all about the sustain. Now, the main part are pets. The pets are bread and butter of the Necro hero. So the most important one is lizard. Before you get lizard, as I suggested, focus on a bird in this spot to have extra attack speed. So you will move the bird in here and put a cactus or another panda, preferably second panda with a lower grade, to achieve these bonuses. Now, you won't have access to hipster tortoise for a while, so you might forget about him and just ignore the deer and tortoise buff. Focus on something else, and I suggest highly, if you running the slow build, use the snail. If you're not running the slow build, use this snow sprite here. This will help as well. But again, when it comes to that, panda, the highest grade panda, the highest grade deer, the highest grade cactus you can get, and the bird as well. That's for the PvP, but as you can see, we also have a slow variant that goes with our slow skill set. So we bring in a snail, and we also bring in this pal here that will allow us to reduce the cooldown of our active skills, which helps quite significantly. This is not final build, as I don't have access to all of this pals yet, but once I build that, I'll make another video going over all of that. When it comes to the mounts, I don't have access to many of them, but Hot Wheels are making this build pretty good, as well as we have the PAL attack speed increased by 2% up to 40 during the fight, and they are very easily available through the rushes, so making it really good. When it comes to the artifacts, I don't have access to any of them, but preferably for PvP purposes, you want Extreme Caution, which will reduce the healing of other heroes, while the yogurt one is quite good for the early stages where we are now and our equipment not being optimized. We want this pal that increases attack speed of our pals. The best stat for that is pal damage. You can also look for other stats, preferably defensive, like you see here, crit res bonus as well. We don't really build offensively, as we only need to survive and outsustain our enemies in PvP to be able to win in most cases. When it comes to the back accessory, I'm using the Trap Raft that was available during the launch of this class event. Quite good and not ideal, but we can get away with it. When it comes to the talents that just unlocked today, first we want to focus on the Tame Beast, we want to go for the Attack Beast, and we want to achieve this that will grant us a 30% PAL combo rate, which is good. It's really good because if we look at my pals right now, their combo rate is rather low, but with that we'll have a 66% extra, we'll have 66% combo, which will come in handy with the healing from the pals. Next thing is the relics. As you can see, I haven't unlocked a lot of them because the relic rush is happening next week, but we want PAL crit rate. There's nothing really better. When it comes to our fossil here, you can opt for this if you're using a turtle and lizard pals. This will go very handy, especially as it's doing a percentage HP damage. If you don't have that and you're using a snail and hydrospite pals in your slow team, that's the one for you. Now, this one, if you're using pandas, you want to give them 20% crit rate and crit damage bonus. It's really good. If you're using cat and deer, and there's a build for that as well, you can go for that, as that will increase the damage by 5%. Everything else is rather weaker. And at this stage, you won't have access to good souls, but if you do, focus on the defensive ones like HP and crit res. If you get a hand on the attack bonus, go for it as well, but that's basically the main idea here. Now, I should also mention that my current statue is outdated. I started playing as Arrowgat and then I changed to the Necro, so I didn't have enough resources to properly roll for it. At the moment, I'm using PAL damage, but ideally, you want to replace PAL damage with HP percentage and crit damage resistance here as well. You want to build as tanky as possible to get through your enemies. You will out-sustain them and you will eventually kill them as well. This build also works in PvE. As you can see, currently I am rank 1 on my server with level stages. Now also in the equipment, I forgot to mention that you want to go for pal combo and regeneration as much as possible, but as you can see, my equipment here is really not optimized. I'm just basically trying to get pal combo wherever I can with anything that is secondary, and if I can get my heads on pal combo and regeneration, that's perfect, but it's not possible at this stage as we're still early in the game. This is the day 18, so yeah, definitely an improvement that can be done to this hero, but I'm so happy with how it progresses. Even here I'm doing really good when it comes to defense. I haven't really played offense yet, but doing really good. I can fight against most of the strongest opponents, but not like 20 million guys, etc. But 17 million is within my range. Really happy with this class at the moment. Please let me know in the comment section how you're feeling about this class, and if you need any tips, make sure you join my Discord so we can talk it out and I'll help you build this hero. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. As always, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye. If you are looking to save money on your purchases, AppGallery is running cashback offer. First purchase of the day will yield 20% cashback, while other purchases will yield 15%. For example, if you buy a $100 pack, you will get $20 to use on another pack. If you are a bigger spender, there is also a VIP campaign. If this sounds good for you, follow these easy steps. Make sure your account is bound to either Facebook or Google account. Install AppGallery. Install HMS Core, create your Huawei ID, ensure your country are set within the campaign territory. You can freely change country in the settings. Download Legend of Mushroom, preferably using my download link to support me. And that's it. Make sure when you purchase, you accept the offer and claim cashback points. Lastly, if you could join my Discord and let me know you have done all of the above, I can ensure you receive any support needed when facing an issue.